A long time ago in a town far, far away, a young man pulled into a Circle K to get himself a drink and a snack, and when he came out, he was met with a nice surprise. He came out to find a cop car blocking him from backing out. Not only was the cop car blocking him, the lights were flashing, and there was a police officer at the front of the car writing him a ticket. Confused by these strange events, the young man went over to the police officer and asked him what the problem was. And the officer kindly responded with, "You're parked in a handicapped spot." "But, officer, there is no handicap signs here. I don't see anything. There's nothing, no blue signs under the car indicating the handicap symbol. I'm not parked in any handicap spot."
Strange things are afoot at the Circle K.
Angrily, the police officer stops writing the ticket and points to the wall and says, "Do you see that stain on the wall there? That is where the handicap sign should be." And at that moment, he realized that he could not write the ticket and turned to the young man and said, "I'm going to do you a favor. I'm going to write you a warning and just pay more attention."
Is there a point to this nostalgic indulgence? Oh.
Yes, there is a point. When you are confronted by a bully, especially when that bully is in a position of power, such as that police officer, or the director of the next Star Wars movie, who says her goal is to make men uncomfortable, then you need to stand up. We need to stand up, because this has gone too far. Now, this article comes from World of Real, but I love it. It basically talks about how Kathleen Kennedy, we're only a couple of days into the new year, and Kathleen Kennedy probably should be on the verge of firing this new director, and I'm not probably going to pronounce her name well. I mean, Shameen Abed Chino. No offense to the filmmaker, but we're just 3 days into the new year, and she's turning into a PR nightmare for Disney and Lucasfilms.
Absolutely. I like to make men uncomfortable. I enjoy making men uncomfortable.
I'm a storyteller and an activist, but it is there. And I think that as a storyteller, I'm not sure if all of you know this, but I'm not a trained filmmaker, so I never went to film school.
What we are about to create is something very special, and we're in 2024 now, and I think it's about time that we had a woman come forward to shape the story.
Okay, you just heard her say, and this is the new director for the new Star Wars movie. Now, remember now, this is the story of Rey and how she's going to rebuild the Jedi. Please. First of all, no one wanted Rey, and we're getting her back again. Now we're going to get a director who has no movie credentials at all, who's been doing documentaries, who is an activist, and at the same time gets off on making men uncomfortable. Does this woman not realize what she's getting into? Does Kathleen Kennedy even care that she's about to send Star Wars down the road again to destruction? For the love of God, people, this is so stupid. In other words, this woman who says she gets off on getting men angry and agitated and making them feel uncomfortable is about to be put in charge of a movie where maybe the majority, I'm going to throw a percentage out there, maybe 75% of your audience is male, and your whole plan is to make them uncomfortable? What the hell is wrong with you? You know, I think it's about time for us to finally admit, finally say it, goodbye, Star Wars. It was nice knowing you. Bye-bye. See you later. It's time to put an end. Let's put this thing out of our misery.
Let's have the intelligence, let's have the decency to sign the death certificate, collect the insurance, and invest in something with a future.
This news right here tells us what Disney thinks of the fans of Star Wars. Star Wars is dead, and it is time to put an end to it once and for all. The news coming out just clearly states that Disney no longer has respect for the fans of this once great franchise. Star Wars was an iconic series of films that George Lucas put his heart into. This was his baby. And Lucasfilm has slowly become a powder keg of destruction for, again, this once great film franchise. And as long as Disney continues to have its hands on this, I don't think there's any hope for anything good to come out of Disney. Now, maybe I'm sounding the alarm too soon. Maybe someone's sitting down with her and telling this director that you need to cut it out with this activism, but Disney has been hell-bent on focusing on this. So, I'm saying it's dead. I'd love to hear your thoughts, your comments, my friends. Drop your comments below and let me know. And until the next time, God bless.